What's up, everybody? We got the mid-season finale of Invincible Season 2, and it was a damn good episode. There will be spoilers for the episode and what comes next in the comics, so fair warning, if you haven't seen the episode, save this video and come on back later. Now let's get into the video. We'll start with Mark Grayson once again, as his section will take up most of this video. We see him having a roller coaster of emotions, seeing his father for the first time since their big fight, all the way back in Season 1, on top of everything he's about to learn. The big thing that messes with his head the most, really, is meeting his step family, uh, Omni-Man's new wife, and his baby brother. He's pretty pissed about it at first, as he feels his dad was trying to replace them, but that does change throughout the episode. When the three Viltrumite soldiers come to Thraxon and attack, Mark takes the two to safety while Nolan fights them, and while they're in the caves, Mark sees the good in his father through his new wife Andressa, and I really like this moment in the comics, but it was even better with the great voice work in this show. Lucan, one of the Viltrumites, finds him and Mark has to fight him but can't hold up with him, and then at one point, Lucan is even holding Mark's head down, even pushing his face down into the planet with a single finger. His dad saves him as they go out and fight the other two to protect Thraxon, and this was pretty much page for page, image for image from the comics, and I really like that about this show too. It's just such a great fight. After they're defeated, which he got his ass beat by Thula, who was so cool with her knife braid, he gets tasked with preparing Earth for the Viltrumite invasion after his dad told him to read his books, which will bring Art back into the mix, back on Earth later in the season. And let's talk about his mom, Debbie. She's still going through it, maybe even worse than last week after all the stuff that went down at the bar after the support group, and she even goes so far as to visit Nolan's fake grave and ask why she chose him, or why he chose her, sorry, why he just didn't conquer Earth, and Sandra Oh is really bringing Debbie to life in such a great way in the show. I've loved it so far this season. Then we get the return of Art and Mark Hamill as he heads over to the Grayson household to check in on Debbie. This bond and coping they do together is one of my favorite post-Omni-Man Invincible fight parts in the comic, and I'm so glad there's two incredible actors bringing it to life for us in the show. Finally, she goes off on Cecil, telling him she's sick of feeling like she owes him and having Mark owe him too, so they're done taking his money. Then, this section, I'm going to do it a little different this week. I'm going to have a whole section here for the comic differences today, because none of the three that I have here fit into the two sections above. I will say, too, kind of a warning here. This week, I'm not super confident on two of these. I am on the first one, but I'm at a point where I've read so much Invincible while watching Invincible, it's scrambling my head. Anyway, first off is the one I'm sure of, and that's the Mauler twin stuff being shortened post Angstrom Levy. Long story short, the current original is channeling his inner Harvey Dent Two-Face, so there's no discourse about who is and isn't the clone, but then the clone kills the OG so that discourse can return, because it makes them work harder and better, and honestly just makes the characters work in the show, because I really like the voice acting bickering between them too, and it was a little more fleshed out in the comic, but it did get the point across in the show. Just kind of bare minimum, almost like the Angstrom stuff in episode 1, I believe it was this season, and then I do actually think it was shorter because they added some Eve stuff in, or moved it up, because I don't remember her fighting Kill Cannon or going home after she goes out to her treehouse in the comics. Then the other one I'm not sure of, if I'm remembering it right or not, was Donald going to see Debbie and then finding out he died back in season 1. I don't remember that part in the comics. And so that'll do it for my breakdown of season 2, episode 4 of Invincible. It was a phenomenal episode, truly. It was, but this break is gonna suck. I'll be here breaking the show down when it's back on, but let me know what you thought of this episode down in the comments below, and make sure you have a great day.